Capricorns. Ooh, not Capricorns. This is actually Sagittarius. Capricorns, we'll get to you. We will literally, we cannot forget. Literally, we cannot forget. But Sagittarius, mutable fire, adapting to your own and other people's ways of seeing and feeling. And that adaptation, bitch, you may have thought I was feeling you. You thought I was feeling you. That's the adapt. Now you gotta adapt, because I had my own way outside of your own way, and that was the adoption. That was the adoption. So let's get into it. King, giving your grand support to a give. Okay, first motherfucker out here giving their grand support. We love to see it. Giving your grand support to a golem, giving your grand support to an intention, giving your grand support to what you motivated about, giving your grand support to that shit, that fire, honey, that flame that they also love. You are giving your grand support to that. That's the idea anyway. The idea is to give grand support. And 6, you may be paying attention to how is that practical. You may be trying to get into the charismatic gift of it all. Like, how do I even chop this down? How do I break this up? How do I build this? How do I structure this? Learning, that learning aspect, that's what you're paying attention to. So whatever it is that you're giving your grand support to, it's going to come with a time frame of learning. A Sagittarius, learning. I want to just do. Learn. I just want to hop out here and do. I don't want to sit here and learn. Y'all motherfuckers learn from me. No, Sagittarius, sit your ass down and learn something real quick. Pay attention. You paying attention, that's all the learning you're doing. Nobody said you had to pick up a textbook. Nobody said you had to read. Okay? Damn. Nobody told y'all had to read. Nobody said y'all had to pick up a textbook. All you have to do is just pay attention. And you will receive, honey, everything that you need. King. You'll get what you need. You'll get that fire desire. Sit back and pay attention. Sit back and practicalize how that should be practical. Get into the building aspect. Get into how you can build on that. Get into what actual actions can you even... Yeah, you may be able to see it, bitch. You may be able to see it. And, bitch, based off that seeing, you may even believe it. You may even believe it because you're seeing it, bitch. But you didn't even... Nobody saw that shit but you, mutable. Nobody saw that shit with you. It's about the mutable shit. Can we adapt to how it is that you seeing some shit so I can see that shit too, motherfucker? Can we travel there? Can we do that travel aspect? Just because you still see some shit, just because you out here having visions and shit, that don't mean that we didn't all saw that same vision, motherfucker. We want you to pay attention to how you can build on that shit. That way we can adapt to that shit too. Motherfucker, y'all want to travel, y'all want to escape. What if a motherfucker want to just travel and escape with your ass? Can you pay attention to that, motherfucker? Can you build on that? Build on that, motherfucker. Oh, something scratched me. I scratched myself. One more card. It'd be the community helpers for me. It'd be the community helpers for me. Like, yeah, we needed you to come pick up our trash, but... Okay, here I come. These little random moments of trying to, you know, sit somebody down, especially when they have, them themselves has a bunch of Sagittarius stuff going on, and sit them down for a moment so that I can go sit down and do something for a moment. That is a piece of mechanism that I am giving my grand support towards. But anyway, Sagittarius, one more card before I slide up out of here. I want to give y'all my, you know, my everything. Not literally everything, but, you know, some people can't have some waters. Some people get more water than other people. You know, some people you connect with more than other people, but Sagittarius, right now, we're not talking about that. We're getting into this. Giving your grand support to this golem, this intent, this motivation. What's taking so long? To do the new game?
Yeah, like Mario.
Like Mario?
Yeah, let's do Mario.
Okay, let me get the Mario piece. I gotta get the Mario game. Let me get it real quick. Okay. Child. Okay, giving your grand support to this intent, to this motivation, to this golem, to this goal. Paying attention to how you're going to build that, getting into the charismatic mechanism of how is that even going to be built? How can you even build on that? What is the learning? What are we learning? Sagittarius, you may not be, very fond taking a moment to learn, but nigga, you squared up too. You ain't never been too godly. You've never been God's favorite child that much that you don't have a square aspect. You have squares as too. You have Virgo and you got Pisces. Those are your squares. So regardless, motherfucker, if you are going to learn, even if learning is not your thing, and you may be more of a teacher your damn self. You may be more into an aspect of wanting to teach yourself things, which you can learn and teach yourself based off just observing something. So just one more card. One more card before I slide up out of here. Okay, the big joker. So whatever this is coming from an external event. So giving your great support towards this intent, this motivation, is giving you something to pay attention to that you're going to have to build on. And the solution of that, the solution is going to come about in the form of an external event. So it's not going to be anything, internal that was more so according to, where it is that you optimize it from. It's going to be external events based off the space that you are in. So when you know what it is that you're giving your grand support towards and you're paying attention to those things, you know what to pay attention to, you know what not to pay attention to. That way when you're building things, you're not building and it's like leaned over to the left. You're building and you know what you're paying attention to, unless the art appeal was that it was leaning over to the left, okay. But if that wasn't a part of the art appeal, if that was in the architecture for the leaning building, and it's leaning unpurposeful, like there was no, like your intent was not for that building to be leaned over like that. If that was not your intent, then you might want to pay more attention, okay? Because it's going to be after everything is all said and done, aka said and done. You're virtual, your body, you have said it, you're walking it how you're talking it. The external things is going to come about. All right, y'all.